Hello everyone. Oh, I got a lot of air on. Um, Let me get this topic out. Okay, so the topic is anything is possible with God, the true God, and I'm gonna get a scripture for this and just give you some of my experiences to go along with it. So, anything is possible with God. This is something that I thought about from, and I learned from dreams and visions that I had before I found it in the Bible, but it's in there too. So I'm not going to share the dreams, but I'll just briefly say the Most High showed me in dreams his powers. And once I woke up, I understood that anything was possible with God and nothing was without. So I came up with this phrase, and I used to say it all the time, anything is possible with God, nothing is without. And I used to repeat it over and over and over. Then, not long after that, I found it in the Bible. So let's read it. All right. So it's in Matthew 19:26. The NIV says, Jesus looked at them and said, with man this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. Some say it a little different. The NLT says, Jesus looked at them intently and said, humanly speaking, it is impossible, but with God everything is possible. Depending on what translation you read, it said a little different, but that's basically what I came to. So my experiences with this is I've never been much of a traveler. I never had a vehicle until a few months back, but even before that I didn't really travel that far anyway. So now I get to travel, and I'm starting to visit mountains a lot and waterfalls a lot, and it just happens randomly. Today is the 4th of July, Saturday, the Sabbath that I keep. I was basically disturbed where I live, so I left, and I just decided to go to work. And then I was like, why are you working? And then I was like, let's just go to a mountain. So I ended up going to a place I've never been from working. I was close by this mountain, and I ended up looking up a mountain near me, and I went to the mountain, and I'm here now. Just got back from coming from up there. Okay, so it's a lot of things that the Most High's allowed me to do that wasn't possible without him. I was able to survive a lot of things with the Most High's help. I know other people who was able to do some of these things as well. I was able to get my driver's license with his help, an SUV with his help. A lot of things haven't been completed yet. They're still in the process of being completed, but it's a lot of other things that I've done with his help too. Like my YouTube channel has been a success with his help. Before that, it was not a success. I was struggling to get it to succeed. I was promoting it like crazy. I was sending my YouTube channel to 500 people on the PlayStation 3 back then, before the PS4 came out, I think. And I would like send it to a bunch of people. You know, it took me a lot of work just to get 500 views back then. I have videos now that can get 500 views, and maybe, let's just say I don't have to do that much work now. And I just put so much effort into my YouTube channel in the past, and it still failed. But when I prayed and asked the Most High for my YouTube channel to succeed, he allowed it to succeed. And then he showed me over and over and over, it's not you that's making it succeed, it's me. Because there's times where I be out sick for a few months, like 3 months, and I'm getting better, I'm healing, and I can't promote my YouTube channel. I can't make videos. I can't do anything to help it succeed even further. I can't do that. But when I come back and look at the stats, I can look at the 3 months that I was out, unable to do anything to the YouTube channel, and I can see that it doubled performance, doubled views, doubled, and it does so much better when I'm gone than when I'm there. All the work I do when I'm here isn't as much as what it does when I'm gone. And that shows that it's not you, it's me. That's happened twice, if I'm not mistaken. I have a website. My website does well when I'm gone too. That's another thing he allowed for me to have, a website. I forget about it sometimes, but a website. He's allowed me to have certain devices and things like that that are expensive, that people don't even know exist, or that they may not want to get because it's too expensive. But just example, I wasn't planning on getting this, but this is the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. I haven't even finished paying for it, but he's allowed me to get it. And I did want it, but the way I got it wasn't exactly the way that I preferred to have it. And he's just showing me other things that I can do too, that I can get easier. It may be expensive, but you can get it a certain way. And as far as my job is good. It's a lot of benefits to my job. I get to experience different cities and areas and mountains and things like that. And I get to see different foods I never heard of, like different veggie food, different like stuff that I'm interested in trying, because I don't eat meat anymore right now. So anything that doesn't have meat in it that's good for you, I'm interested in. I've seen for the first time veggie beef jerky, or jerky. I didn't even know that existed. I'm like, I used to eat beef jerky too. I used to eat Slim Jims, but I let all that go because of the pork. But if they have something like that with no pork, or no meat at all, that's something. So that part is good. I get to experience different foods and stuff like that. What else have I been able to do that he's allowed me to do? It's a lot of stuff. Everything isn't coming to me right now, but that was the point of the video. I definitely want to share that and not do this live, because my live audios don't always come out clear. And I'm just going to try to put this online, and hopefully it gives you a good message, and hopefully you could take this and use it for better and for benefit in your life, because it is true, with the Most High you can do anything, or anything is possible. That's probably a better way of saying it. And we should try to keep it that way, because when we try to use our own power and understanding to do things, it doesn't always work out. But like, matter of fact, before I got out of this SUV, or somewhere around that time, I prayed and asked the Most High to help me find the top of the mountain, because that's one of the main things I want to see when I go to a mountain, the top. I want to see if it's a waterfall and the top of the mountain. I'm not interested in too many other things. So I found the top. That wasn't hard at all. There was no waterfall that I seen, but I found it. So I rely on the Most High for a lot of things, and that's what we need to do. And this phone that I'm using is the Xiaomi Mi Note 10, and you probably never heard of it, but this phone was one of the phones that I also got that had a 108 megapixel camera, and it was one of the best camera phones I've ever had until I got the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. It's a little bit better, but they both have the 108 megapixel camera. It's just the Samsung's is a little better because the Samsung has the 100 times zoom, and this phone that I'm recording on only has 50 times zoom. But the price difference is where it comes in. They both have 32 megapixel selfie cameras, but when it comes to the zoom and the pictures, Samsung is better. If you want a camera that's almost like a telescope, Samsung. And when it comes to like zooming in on the moon or something far away, Samsung. They both can do it, but Samsung can do it better. And the focus that Samsung can give you is better. Like I've compared looking at the moon with Samsung's phone and Xiaomi, Samsung. So Anything else I want to say in this video? Nah. That's it. That's it. My phone is overheating. Well, that's it, y'all. Peace be to the saints. Let me get out of here and turn off this phone. It's finna die too. So, all right.